So James Charles's entire channel has been demonetized after current allegations.
I thought you were about to say deleted.
No, I wish. James Charles' entire YouTube channel has been demonetized after 15 allegations of sexting and just inappropriate conduct with minors and whatnot. And I'm happy for that. Fuck James Charles. That nigga is a monster.
Such a buffoon.
And it really is disgusting how I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of like that people are condemning him because for the longest time, a lot of my friends used to think that like, oh, if James Charles, because niggas, there's been many stories about James Charles anyway regarding a lot of like that underage minor shit anyway, and a lot of people were kind of like, you know, oh, James Charles is gonna get away with it because he's gay. The gays love him. The women love him. He does makeup tutorials. They love him. He's gonna have a blanket. It's whatever. But it's like, nah, these companies are backing out this nigga. Mm-hmm. They're leaving this nigga. His sponsors are leaving. His channel is demonetized. When the fuck was YouTube done that? They ain't even take away PewDiePie's demonetization when he said the N-word.
No, you knew they weren't gonna take his over.
No, it's fucking PewDiePie. They're not taking PewDiePie's shit. But that's what I'm saying. The severity of it is like, yo, like, you know, it's cool to see that like the internet is proving the assumption wrong, that like, oh, he was going to be okay because the gays and the women love him.
Yeah. And you know, I just think he's so dumb. If I'm making that much money, it ain't no way anybody under 18 is even coming near me.
That goes into my fucking loser shit, bro.
You gotta
bro, if I was 18, 19, 20, 21, bro, I'd get me a goddamn cougar, bro.
You could just pay for butt, bro. I mean, in his case, I guess bussy, but like you could just pay for it. You don't even have to.
Yeah, what we doing here?
Bro,
you want folks younger?
Money.
What do folks younger got? They ain't got money. They broke.
You know,
they broke, jobless.
What do they call them things? A mail-in bride or mail order bride or whatever. You got all these options to stay legal. You out here want to fuck with 12-year-olds? Come on, man.
12.
Is that legal? That's a gray area.
Mail order brides?
Mail order brides? When I was working at the bank, there's a guy that ordered a wife.
So it's like your wife at that point, right? Like, I don't know, but I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Definitely more legal than a 12-year-old. So
you can get it.
Sure.
I got my wife the old-fashioned way.
Oh.
Nice to get you.
I just think that he's an absolute idiot. There's just no way a man is getting contact with me.
Man, we have to talk about mental illness.
No, this nigga in his video said he was using his For You page as a dating app.
As a dating
app. I don't even know how you do that.
I want you to know. Hold on. I want you to know, bro. I want you to know. Look at this bullshit. I would go in this month. Move, girl. Move. Damn.
Yeah, she was shaking that ass.
Anyway, this nigga looks young as hell. She's like 18. Half these niggas, if I keep scrolling down, all these popular ones go away, and at some point you're gonna start seeing the children with like no fucking following, no views. So they're nobodies. They're nobodies on the internet, but you see them because of the TikTok algorithm. All you gotta do is scroll down a couple of things and you see them, and it's like,
who's this?
I think that's what it is. I think it's the anonymity. Is that how you pronounce that word? Or is it anonymity? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I think it's that makes them want to do that in the first place. Even with the next guy, right, that we're going to talk about. It's the idea. There's two ideas. One, that you won't get caught. You know the huge risk of getting caught, and you know the consequences. But because nobody knows this it's the idea of not getting caught. And then on top of that fact, it's that like in the event that I was seen in person, or like I was caught publicly with this person, they look maybe a certain age and nobody knows who this kid is, so they can't like cross-reference, oh bro, that's Jimmy from down the block, he's got a YouTube channel with 30K. Like, nobody knows that. I think that's what it is that goes through their heads when it comes to like who I'm looking for to do some really fucked up shit, because it doesn't make any other sense.
It's a power thing.
Yes,
it's absolutely a power thing.
It's a power thing. Like, Who else but to have power over besides a child?
Yep. And the thing is that just doesn't make sense to me is like you go to this nobody, right? But you're somebody. You got a name. People will put a name to you. You are James Charles. There's just no way
you're EDP.
that you're sitting here. Yeah, or EDP. Like you're sitting here like, oh,
Correct.
I'm talking to Miss Little Kendra, but Kendra's like, yo, but you treat me like this. This is the way I'm finna go on Twitter or Reddit. They ain't gotta know me, and I ain't gotta have a following.
All they gotta do is threaten you with that, bro. Like once you put yourself in that scenario, your life is in their hands.
Danger.
It's ridiculous.
See, like it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That goes into that Captain Zach shit too. Like, and that's why I say I don't blame them for what they did, but I do blame them at the same time. It's still fucked up. But given the scenario that you're already in, you're like, that's a losing fight for you and a winning fight for them. You know, Zach was extorting niggas left and right. Hey, you know what, man? New PS5 came out. I didn't get one, but I got a guy gonna sell it to me for $1,200. Can you slide that $1,200 my way plus tax? I don't really have that right now. This twit longer I just wrote up looking real fresh, bro.
I can't lie to you. I'm gonna say this right now. If I was in that situation, I'm extorting niggas.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm gonna say that. I know we can't say that. I know we can't say that. I know we gotta be PC, but look, it's still, if I'm 16 years old and my mom doesn't have the income for it, and some nigga with like 1 million views getting millions of sponsorships, nigga, look, I need that. Nigga,
right?
I need
a giveaway for a brand new PC.
I need
PC. Hey, bro, I need that.
It's either we eating or
I'm gonna say either we eating or I'm going back to my normal everyday life.
And you getting
fuck is you talking? And you getting canceled the fuck out of here. Real talk,
bro.
And that's fucked up saying, but like legit though, but legit though, fuck James Charles. I'm really happy that nigga is finally getting his shit like He's getting his shit, dude. Real talk. Fuck him. He'll
be back, though. That's the worst part about it.
He will be back. He will be back, and hopefully, a lot of the women and the gays that support him learn to actually hold people as accountable as they claim they do online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they get that nigga out of here because there's no way in hell he should have a platform.
That's just my problem with like canceling somebody. These content creators, most of them are content creators, but that's my problem with canceling them. Is like, people don't do it for the sake of like, I want this person to get help, and so they should go and do X phase in their life. It's like, nah, I just feel like being a dick today, so go ahead and cancel them. And like, I'm okay with Twitter court, you know, quote unquote canceling them, but it's like at the end of the day, hypothetically speaking, James could delete his entire channel right now. He wouldn't, but he could, and he could still go out and fuck with 12-year-olds.
Yep.
And nobody's gonna tell him no because you don't know what he's doing at that point. You know, it's because they're who they are, that they have these targets on their back. You just have to be careful with a lot of the stuff that you do. But nobody's sending these to like police stations or like your local authorities. Nobody's called up James' hometown, wherever the fuck he is, and it's like, yo, you got a child predator out there. You need to put him on the list.